discuss about the phase shift of components in star delta transformer banks. Before going to this concept, I need to clear with the concept of dot convention. So let us see the dot convention. So you all know what is the significance of dot convention. If dot is here and is here, yes, what it indicates, the dot, if the dot is here, what is the meaning of that? It indicates that the current is entering into the positive side. The primary, the current is entering into the positive side. And here you can see this arrow and the dot is here. The current is leaving at positive side. So that is the significance of dot convention. So what it tells, if both the dots are in this position, here the current is entering and the current is leaving. So the current is in phase. This and this, the current is in phase. The primary and secondary, the current are in phase. Now if by chance the current, instead of this, in secondary winding, instead of current leaving, if the current is entering here, if the current is entering here like this, if suppose my dot is here, if my dot is here, right, the current is entering. At the time what happens, the primary and secondary currents are out of phase with each other in terms of my currents. Now my that waveform will change like this. So what is the dot indication? That the dot says that current is entering at positive side. So here at the secondary side, the current is leaving at the positive side. Then why we require this dot convention? Because to know the polarity of the windings. What is the polarity of the transformer winding? To specify that or to indicate that polarity, we require this dot convention. Now we'll see what exactly the phase shift of components in star delta transformer. Now before going to this, now let us say there is a generator and one more generator here. The generator may be load also, you can consider. Now if it is a star star or it is a delta delta, no issue. The both the primary and secondary will have a same phase shift. So there is nothing in change. Whatever the primary will be there, the secondary will be also follows the same shift. But if there is a star delta, primary is star and secondary is a delta, or if primary is delta, secondary is star, then what is my phase shift? There will be an definitely phase shift if both the transformers are in the same connections. So the transformer connected in four ways, mainly in five ways also, but four ways we are using. So star star, star delta, delta star and star delta. So the four connections will be used, and one more is the star zigzag connection that will be used rarely. But now for the analysis purpose, if the delta delta connection or star star connection, there is no phase shift. But if you connect instead of this star, instead of yes, instead of this star, if I connect a delta here, if I connect a delta here, this is star. If this is a star, then definitely there is a phase shift between the primary and secondary. So that we will study in this chapter, or that we will study in terms of symmetrical components. If components shifting from, if the components are having the primary as star and secondary as delta, what is the shift between the primary and secondary? We will learn that. Now, yes, here. The dot convention is used to designate the terminals of the transformer. That means my use that. the dot convention is used to designate the terminals of the transformer. Either the current is entering or the current is leaving, which terminal is positive, which terminal is negative. To indicate that, we are using the dot convention. We are using the dot convention. So this is now, if the here dot, this is positive, the current is entering at positive side, and here this is the dot. Here the current is leaving at positive side. If entering and leaving at positive side, there is an current will be in phase, and the if current is entering at this side, now the primary and secondary are out of phase. This and this will hold. Similarly, the same thing he explains here. So the dots are placed at one end of each winding on the same iron core of a transformer to indicate the current flowing from the dotted terminal to the unmarked terminal of each winding produces an MMF acting in the same direction. That means here my current is entering here and the current is leaving here. Here also same, the current is leaving at positive side, and this is negative terminal, and this is positive terminal, and this is positive terminal, and this is negative terminal. Then, so if it is a single phase transformer, then only we have one terminal, one positive and one neutral, or one phase and one neutral with respect to the AC supply. We know that our transformer will work on AC supply only. Why it will not work on DC supply? Yes? Anybody? Why it won't work on DC supply? Because alternating flux will not be
Because it
produced.
works mutually.
Yes, it works on the mutual induction. Whatever the primary we are giving, so the alternating flux will not be produced. Only the flux will be linking with the primary winding. So at one point, the flux will get saturated, so the primary winding burns. As soon as you give the connection to the DC supply to the primary winding, it won't burn. It takes some time to build up the flux. Once the flux will get saturated, then your transformer will burn. That is secondary part, not our issue. Now, for any terminals, for if it is a single phase, we have only one phase and neutral. If it is a three phase terminals, how many terminals will be there? If it is a three phase, how many terminals? It is three terminals will be there. So in the terminals, as per the standards, as per the ANSI standards, they had been given H1, H2, H3, and the same corresponding LT side is, so they had been given X1, X2, X3. So what is HT and what is LT? You know that high tension and low tension, or high voltage and low voltage. So for applying the universe rule, you have, there is some standards that we call it is an ANSI standards. They have been designated. The primaries, the HV side has H1, H2, H3, and the secondary side, that is LT side, is they are designated as X1, X2, X3. In star star or delta delta transformers, the markings are such that the voltages to neutral from terminals H1, H2, H3 are in phase with the voltage to neutral from terminals X1, X2, X3 respectively. This I will explain. Now, let us say this is star star connection. Here my transformer is connected in star star. So I will take it is a three phase transformer. So yes. This is primary. Let us say this is H1. Similarly, H2 are H2 and this is H3. Now this is primary. Let us say secondary side. Let us say this is secondary side. Now this is X1 and X2 and this is X3. Okay. What is saying that this is my neutral point. This is my neutral point. Right? Now the phase, what do you mean by phase voltage? Yes, anybody please? What do you mean by phase voltage? Yes? Are you there? Yes, Anusha? What do you mean by phase voltage? Yes? So here what he is saying that when it is a star star or when it is a delta delta connected system, now the phase voltages between phase voltage means here H1 to N, H2 to N and H3 to N, and the secondary side is or LT side is X1 to N, X2 to N, X3 to N. When you compare H1 to N and X1 to N, that will be in phase. That means if the connections are in the same, then the phase voltages will be in phase with each other. H1 to N will be in phase, H2 to N will be in H2 to N will be in phase with X2 to N, and H3 to N will be in phase with X3 to N. This is the case when it is a star star connection or when it is a delta delta connection. But unfortunately, if it is connected in star delta or delta star, in an actual real power system, star delta will be considered for step up transformers and delta star will be considered for step down transformers. When you connect it star delta or delta star, there is a phase shift between the phase voltages. So that we need to prove here. Usually, as per the standards, as per the ANSI standards given, so they have told that there is a phase shift between the primary to secondary when it is connected in star delta or delta star, it is 30 degree. We'll see that. Let you consider this is an primary and this is an secondary. Primary is connected in star, secondary is connected in delta. Now, the phases of primary had been designated as A, B, C, capital A, capital B, capital C. The phases of secondary is designated as BAC. Why it is designated as BAC? Why it is not ABC? I have assumed that my current is from here. So A to B, B to C, C to A. Again here. So I assumed that current is entering here. So let you assume that current is entering here. This point is A, this point is B, and this point is B, and this point is C, and again this point is C, again this point is A. So what I assumed is that current is entering here. If you assume that current is entering from here, this position, at this position, if you are assuming the current is entering at this position, then you can take this is A and this is B and this is C. Now this becomes A, this becomes B and this becomes C. Here it is purely what you are assuming. I can assume that current is entering here, or current is entering here, or the current is entering here. But whatever you assume, that you need to take. Now, my terminals, as per the ANSI standards, ANSI means American National Standard Institute, that had been given H1, H2, H3. And my secondary terminals LT side, it is capital only. X1, X2, X3. This first one X1, X3, X2. Now, what they are saying is that when you compare with the primary and secondary side of phase voltage, when you compare with the primary and secondary of phase voltages, when it is connected in star delta, then there is a 30-degree phase shift will be there. Now, the same thing here been given. See, the HT terminals are marked as H1, H2, H3, and the LT terminals are marked as X1, X2, X3. The same H1, H2, H3, X1, X2, X3. Then the phase in the HT side are marked as uppercase. That what I explained. A, B, C, and the sequence here, the phase sequence is A, B, C. Remember that will be useful. Then now first consider, which I explained the same, star delta transformers, the winding. Yes, one more important. Yes. Now you can see here, when you compare with the star and delta, your H1 and N is in parallel with this IBC, and your H2 to N is parallel with the ICA, and your H3 and N is parallel with the this IAB. Now the same relation will be applied here. Let you assume that VA1, the neutral voltages, the phase voltage of star connection are three voltages. One is H1 to N, H2 to N, H3 to N. Now, as I said, H1 to N, H1 to N means it is nothing but VA. Yes. Now, here you can see that H1 to N means I can write, instead of VA1, I will write this as VA1N, where V indicates that my voltage, A indicates that phase, 1N means it indicates the first terminal to the neutral. Similarly, second one I will indicate VA, VA, sorry, VB1N. Similarly, VC1. Yes, any doubt? Yes, VC1. Any doubt? Someone is operating their mic. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. Now you can see that. So instead of I will take VA1N, VB1N and VC1N, I will just for analysis purpose I will omit it is N I will not take, only I will consider VA1, VB1, VC1. Now VA1 is VA1N equals to VA1 only. I will just omit N. Now how to relate the star to the delta? Now when you compare with this, because delta doesn't have neutral, I need to convert this delta into star connection. When you convert the delta into star connection, at that time it will be equal to my X. VA1 equals to X. VA1 equals to X1 AN and VA2 equals to, that VB1 equals to, it is X3 BN, sorry, CN, and VC1 equals to X2 BN. So why it is means like this? Why it is like this means, because this winding will be representing this, and this winding will be representing this, and this winding will be representing this, because they are in parallel. So what ANSI standards say that my VA1N, this voltage leads this voltage by 30 degree, and this voltage leads this voltage by 30 degree, and this voltage leads by this voltage by 10. Now as we said that phase sequence is ABC. Yes, any doubt? Now VA1, then as I said the phase sequence is ABC. Now it is rotating in anti-clockwise direction, means so 120 degrees. So it is VB1 and it is VC1. It is nothing but this is VA, this is VB, this is VC. Now it is rotating. Now let us say this is A, B, C. Now can you tell the phase sequence for this? Anyone? Yes? Phase sequence, if it is rotating in anti-clockwise direction, so first A will rotate, then B will rotate, then C will rotate. Similarly, here also say VA1, VB1 and VC1, which is 120 degree apart. Now, so what is VAB1? What is line voltage? Anybody? Yes? Anusha? Harish? Harish? Kapil? What is line voltage? Farhan? Yes? Line voltage. Okay, line voltage is nothing but the voltage between the two lines, the voltage between the A and B. So the voltage between the A and B, I can write it is the sum of the voltages between A to N and N to B. That means this voltage and the vector sum of this voltage and this voltage gives the line voltage. The same thing here, VA1, VB1. VA1 is nothing but my voltage between the A to neutral, and VB1 is voltage between the N to B. So the sum of these two will give VAB1. This is line voltage. Similarly, for this voltage, not audible. 1 minute.
So from that phase line to phasor.
Okay. Now, this slide it is audible. this slide. It is BAC. I assumed that my current is entering from, yes, I assumed that my current is entering from here, from here. So it is A, it becomes A here, then, so the terminal is related to this here, it is B here, terminal is B here been given. Now, if it is a B, then I will, this is C. Now this terminal is C here. Now if I assume my current is here, entering here, then it becomes A, B, C. So what you are assuming, what you are giving the current terminals, that is very important in secondary side. Now let us say, as per the book, this I assumed that the current is entering. So you can assume that the current is entering here also. So it is A, it is B, it is C. Now this is A, it is B, it is C. Now that's why they are taken A, B, C. And remember that my, since delta is, since secondary is connected in delta, there is no neutral. But when you comparing with the phase voltages of star with the delta, you need to convert the delta into star connection. Now VA1N is nothing but the phase voltage between the A and N. That means the voltage in the A and N. So instead of that, what I will do, I will, for everything I will not use N. Just I omit N. Just simply I will use VA1, VB1, VC1. Just I will strike out this N. The meaning of VA1, it indicates that it is a phase voltage between the A and neutral. And VB1 means it is the phase voltage between the B and neutral. And VC1, it is the phase voltage between the phase C and neutral. Now, since these windings are connected in parallel, when you convert this into star, this and this will be parallel. That means my H1N will be equal to the X1N. That means the entering is here. This terminal is B here. So here it is also entering, here it is also entering. So I should relate this to this, and these two are parallel, and now this and these are parallel. So always this winding, the primary winding leads the secondary winding by 30 degree. So VAN leads Vx1 by 30 degree. So VBN leads by Vx3 30 degree, and VCN leads here this terminal. So this is parallel with this terminal. So what I mean to say is VA1 is equals to X1A, because this and this will be same, X1B, sorry, it is not X1A, because this and this will be same. So VA1 is equals to X1B. That means this terminal and this terminal and these terminals are parallel. Now, so this terminal is C. VC1 will be resembles this XA1, and these terminals will resembles this terminal and this terminal. VBN resembles X3N. So what is the phase shift in this? This has been given by the ANSI standards. The primary winding leads the secondary winding when it is connected in star delta, then primary winding, the star winding leads the delta winding by an 30 degree. The same here had been given. Yes, let you say as I explained. Now take the phase sequence. If it is a phase sequence ABC, means first my A will rotate, then B will rotate, then C will rotate. Now what is my phase voltage here? Yes, what is my phase voltage? What is my phase voltage? See, the phase voltage is A2N, B2N, C2N. The same thing had been given, VA1, VB1, VC1. So when you add the phase voltages, what is line voltage? Anusha, what is line voltage?
VA1,
The voltage between the two lines, right?
two lines. Yes, sir.
So I can say this voltage plus this voltage will gives the line voltage. That means A2N, N2B gives my line voltage is equal to VAB1, where VAB1 is my line voltage, VA1 is my new line to neutral phase voltage. The sum of two phase voltages will give my line voltage. Similarly, VBC, the same thing he had been given, VBC equals to VB1, this voltage plus this voltage will give line voltage. Similarly, this voltage and this voltage will give the line voltage. Now, as I said, there is a 30-degree phase shift in between the primary and secondary. Now, VA1 resembles, this winding resembles here. This winding is equivalent to my this winding. So VA1 resembles to my VB1, secondary side. B stands for secondary side and A stands for, capital A stands for primary side. Now, so this winding resembles this winding resembles this, and this winding resembles this. Accordingly, that with a 30-degree lead, so they had been drawn VB1, VC1 and here VA1. Now the sum of the voltages of VB1 and VC1, it gives VBC1, and here VB1 and VA1, it gives the VAB1, and VCA1 VAB1. So it gives. Similarly for negative sequence, whereas negative sequence, the difference is that instead of ABC, it rotates ACB, and the phase shift remains 30-degree. Yes. Here, following the standards, the same thing which I told, the phase shift, and you can see here one more thing I need to explain. Yes. Now you are observing this figure clearly. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Please zoom that your figure, especially this section, these two sections. Have you zoomed that?
Yes, sir.
Now it is like
Yes,
this,
sir.
right? Now I will draw. Wait. We'll draw.
Yes, sir.
Capital VA1 is like this, right? You can see here, right? VA1 is like this, capital VA1, right? It is an horizontal. You can see here in this figure, right? Now, where is VB1? Sorry, where is VA1? You draw for here downwards, right? Like this, right? This is my VA1, sorry, capital, and this is my smaller VA1, right? Now you can see this figure. Note this. Yes, you can see here one is horizontal and the same thing VA1 here, it is downward, right? Now what is the angle between that? What is the angle here? VA1 and VA1 here. This is VA1. It is 90 degree, right? Similarly, you can see, or else you can zoom that and you can see. And similarly for this angle, and VB1 and this VB1, it is 90 degree. It is nothing. It is like this. This is VB1 and this is capital VB1 and this is smaller VB1. What he is trying to say that the sequence components are 30 degree, but when you respective with that VA1, that is 90 degree. The same thing he is here going to explain. You can see here, yes. The phasor diagram reveals that VA1 leads VB1 by 30 degree. This will enable to designate the terminals to which B is connected to as X1. Inspection of the positive sequence and negative sequence phasor diagram reveals that VA1 leads VA1 by 90 degree, VA2 lags VA2 by 90 degree. That means of the same phase sequences, it will lead 90 degree. If it is in phase sequence which is related to the terminal, that will lead 30 degree. This is not a now, if I take in terms of the current, now till now we have seen it is in terms of voltage. If I say in terms of current, my IA1 will be in phase with IBC1. So this is positive sequence component and this is negative sequence components. So IA1 will in phase with IBC1. And it is, you can see here, IA1 will be 90 degree, IC1, you can see here 90 degree, and IB1, you can see 90 degree. So it is respective of the current, and which I have seen previous, that is respective of voltages. So finally, the main thing is that you need to remember this. VA1 equals to the smaller VA1, the secondary side will be equal to the plus J VA1 into this one. Please don't make sound, don't make noise. You please mute your audio. So VA1 equals to my smaller VA1, that means secondary side of VA1, that is a positive sequence component of delta side will be equal to the plus J. J is in term 90 degree of VA1. It is positive sequence component of my star side. That means positive sequence component of VA1 is equal to the positive sequence component of VA1, positive sequence component in delta connected system is equal to the plus 90 degree of an VA1 positive sequence component in star side. Similarly, negative sequence component of delta side will be equal to the minus 90 degree minus J. For this is VA2 is negative sequence component. Similarly, for the currents, you need to remember this formula. This formula is very important, where each voltage and current is expressed in per unit. Although these relations are obtained star delta transformer with star connection in HT side, and the same thing will be applicable in delta star. We have derived for star delta. If the connection is in delta star also, the same rule will be applicable. There is no change. Either it is a star delta or delta to star, the relation remains the same. So how can you designate this? let us say H1, H2, H3 are my primary. That means HT side, X1, X2, X3 are the terminals of LT side. A, B, C are the phases. B, C, A are the phases. If I give like this, if you give B, C, A secondary sides, then you need to write VA1 leads VB1 by 30 degree. Now VB, similarly, this you can write VA, if it is like this, VA1 leads VA1 by 30 degree. You please zoom this, I will tell. Have you zoomed this? You please zoom this figure. Have you zoomed?
Yes, sir.
Now it is easy to represent. The box terminal says it is in box H1, H2, H3, LHS, X1, X2, X3, RHS. Now H1 will be the terminals
sir.
of the primary of star side and X1, X2, X3 terminals of the secondary, which is delta. Now if my phases A, B, C, and here in secondary side if my phases B, C, A. So if it is like this, how can I represent? Means my star side VA1 leads my VB1. Here you can see H1 and X1 is connected with B terminal. So leads by 30 degree. If I change these terminals, instead of BCA, I will write ABC. At that time you need to tell VA1 leads VA1 by 30 degree. What I mean to say is here, the most important thing is that how we will represent your secondary terminals. How we will assume that. It will, if you assume BCA, it will not be same as ABC. The thing is that how you are assuming the secondary side here. How you are assuming, whether you are assuming the current is entering this side or the current is entering this side, we'll assume this is AB, or you will assume this is AB, or you will assume this is AB. So whatever you are assuming this point, so these terminals you need to write here, and this terminal you need to write here, and this terminal you need to write here, right? Yes, the same thing, the standards here had been given. So shall we continue? Next topic, symmetrical complex power, or we'll see tomorrow or evening. Please reply.